Well, hello everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming 2. We have a conference semifinal match for the A Link to the Past Randomizer Open League Season 6. Here we have the Psyduck-Psychos versus Clown College, two teams that finished 11-3 in the same division, in fact. So this should be an exciting match between these very good teams. Psyduck-Psychos took game 1, and, well, Clown College needs to win this one to stay alive. I am Blue Link. I am joined by Tracy M on commentary, and doing tracking for us, we have Milady. Drosty is also going to be helping out for a little bit, but he has to leave after a bit. How are you, Tracy?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, little co-op reference for us. Here we go. Big key to pod, and of course the diagonal players all doing the same thing, as is always feels like the case in these.
Yep.
We have a sank entrance at the castle, which is of course the worst sank entrance to have in entrance modes.
So, of course, in Retrance, we have a starting sword. Kakariko putting that to good use and getting some tree pulls, but we just have a bit of money. Nothing terribly exciting.
I mean, it's Retrance money. You'll never turn down money. Money's good. We need that money. It's your ammo for your bow. It's money to buy keys. That's why we were seeing some of our runners do the whole hand start, because the money matters more here. Just a compass on like a Hylia Island, so no one's gonna go back for that.
Oh, early Paradox Cave. Who this man is going to continue exploring a little bit first.
Yeah, I mean, we have money. We don't have bombs, so we can't even get to money now that I think about it. Get to bombs, because there is a shop there, but we need bombs to get into the shop. So that's I think he wants to wait until one of them is able to go down there and use some bombs.
Well, we have the Smiths just south of Kakariko Village. Not too hard to find.
Yeah, nice when they're close to home. Oh, we got a Super Bunny Cave. And, you know, we have no mirror, no hook shot, so we have to do this the intended way. Race game scout, just some bombs, so we're not gonna, by the time we can get to that, we're not gonna need them. Can really take any caves.
Yeah, another feature of Retrance.
Yeah, with that one as close to start, I probably would have waited on it and saved it for a potion. I've kind of gotten to that habit of just going ahead and waiting on those on a bottle so I can get a potion. Those end up being more valuable than the heart containers in the long run. The game has 24 hearts available to you because it has those 4 take eddies.
Oh, so those don't come out of the pool. Fascinating.
Nope, not at all.
So Super Bunny Cave had our Moon Pearl.
I mean, that's important. And even takes us to a place that you would, well, I mean, need maybe a strong word, depends on what this entrance is. Yeah, you actually don't need a Moon Pearl to get this heart. But it is nice to be able to just get that now. And that's actually, it's kind of a pain because with the mirror, you're going to need to go back there, but... And it's not a nice connector, but, you know, it's not the worst either. Knowing where that connection is very good.
So it looks like the exit of Spiral Cave is on top of Hyrule Castle, which connects to Paradox Cave on the other side of the top of Hyrule Castle.
Oh, okay. That's kind of useful. The actual, the middle entrance, because nice that you don't have to come back for that later. Because we don't.
Oh no, it was the left and right entrances.
Of course. So you still have to come back.
One.
Yeah, we'll still have to come back for the middle one. That's unfortunate.
Oh, Yoshi found Super Bunny Cave, but he's noping out for the time being.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll want to check, you know, see if what the other connectors are first. We find the back of the old man start cave. Not that we actually have the old man rescued, but knowing where these entrances are is not a bad thing. Let's see where the front end. I didn't see where the back was. Let's see where the front. Oh, front's in Kakariko. That is a good start point. That is the kind of start point that if I have mountain access, I'm going to prioritize it and get that start point, because 2 start points, Link's house and at the castle, are just too close together to be useful. We do find Ganon on Kakarito's side. It is at the Magic Bat spot. And Hookshot Cave, which we can only use as a connector right now. Can't get the items. Right by that. Ooh, this man dropping into the uncle. Gets a map to Pod.
So we have the map and big key to Pod. If Pod is a pendant, that could be interesting.
I mean, Pod has 14 checks. You still do a lot of them when you find it. I find Pod is a terrible dungeon in this mode. It is kind of a very much a bait dungeon, because without the key logic, everything's open, except for whatever's behind the lamp, assuming you don't have that, and whatever's behind the bow, and of course Helmasaur himself. And it's the fact that all the keys are basically available makes for a long dive into potentially nothing. Here over on Kakarito's side, we don't have the hookshot to break this, and we don't have... Do we have the... We do have the big key, but we don't have and we have a sword, so this is totally beatable.
Fascinating. Not even 6 minutes in, and we have a clearable dungeon.
Which, of course, you know that means it's a pendant, right?
Oh, of course.
Yoshi's gonna do the Super Bunny play and get the Moon Pearl information for Psyduck-Psychos, so that'll be good.
It's definitely nice to have that Moon Pearl before you start finding Dark World connectors and have to do a bunch of bunny walking.
There is a key on the other side of Speck Rock Cave that we can't get at right now. So far, nothing in Hera.
Speaking of Dark World connectors, Boo, this man has found one.
It looks like it's only getting us some South Dark World stuff. It is kind of nice when these are kind of segmented. Get the South Dark World separate from like say a Village of Outcasts, so that you don't have to worry about, do I go up, do I go down, north or south, do I do Skullwoods? Just right now, Boo will clear this whole area in the south, and then later on we'll get access to a different part of Dark World, and the runners will clear that area. Meantime, so we're gonna have to be careful down to 1 heart against Moldor.
Yep, and just a fighter sword, we gotta do this the intended way. Okay, Hera wasn't a complete waste. We got a crystal and a key.
Oh, okay. So the key is nice. The crystal is nicer, I guess. Alright, Yoshi's in Paradox Cave. I didn't see what the first 2 caves had, but let's see what the 5 caves have.
He checked the first 2 a while ago and then didn't get these 5 while he was here.
That seems odd. Mushroom.
I think he had no bombs left to bomb jump, so he may have decided...
Well, you need a bomb to hit the switch. That might have been the issue.
That is a much better point.
Because even without the bomb jump, you can check the other connector.
So speaking of Pod, Boo, this man has found it. It is a pendant, and he just found a glove in the shooter chest.
Yeah, nothing else he can do unless he wants to do some mimic clipping. Can grab some bombs here, though. Ice Palace for Kakarito. The only thing of note in that Paradox Cave was the mushroom, which... Not really what we're looking for right now. Oh, great! 2 fetch quests.
Well, the Kakariko well having 2 keys, which is incredibly valuable, and our first bottle.
Yeah, nice to have that bottle before we stumble onto Sick Kid.
Also, Asura is now the second of our runners to actually pass 100 rupees. Yoshi was the only one who did a hula hand start. Nobody else did that.
Oh, there's powder that's pretty free, so that makes the mushroom a little bit easier to deal with. Although typically in cross keys, or sorry, in entrance modes, you don't do a fake powder unless the occasion happens upon you to just be able to do it. Oh, the Moldors are dropping bombs. I guess if Yoshi had known that.
That's interesting, because didn't he come in through the top entrance where there were 2 Moldorms there?
Yeah, but he might not have killed them.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that was Useless Fairy at Lumberjack, so we don't have to worry about that.
That's good. That's the tends to be the worst of the options for big things.
Alright,
GT
now...
Climb, of course, is also not ideal for having to get things, but at least there's 4 items at the top of GT, whereas Castle Tower has only 2 items, and it's at the very beginning of Castle Tower.
Yeah, that's true. Yoshi entering pod with 4 small keys, so he will be able to go
Yeah,
farther.
he's gonna do. Yeah, you kind of have to, and it's this long, slow slog of potentially nothing.
Crackerito was thinking about saving and quitting there. Notably, he has the pod big key, and Yoshi does not.
Of course, that's usually how that works, right? Wouldn't surprise me if Yoshi clears out the front of pod and then maybe sends Kakariko to do the back with that big key.
Yeah, that would make sense, and then you only need to come back if you know there's something valuable.
Yep.
Oh, a
So
shield!
far, we've got a shield. And Kakariko in pod now. You know, and he has to come here for the glove anyway. So he might beeline it to the back. That was not an intentional death warp, though.
I think it was. He doesn't have the Moon Pearl.
Oh, well, that's an oops. Yeah, you can still do this, though. It's not, Oh, and Naboo finds a hammer in what would be Graveyard Ledge normally. Where is this entrance? Oh, behind the glove. Okay.
Cool. So that is proper, normal Dark World access for Boo This Man.
Oh, Cracker, I'm not gonna do the backup. I mean, he wants to just go get that Moon Pearl.
Interesting. And he's got 5 small keys. I don't know about this.
Yeah, the number of keys is plenty to do everything. Yeah, he wants that Moon Pearl.
Well, Osora dropping into the back of Escape, finding 25 rupees and our second shield. Boo, this man has officially crossed 100 rupees.
So far, we found plenty of keys, so it's not too bad yet. Of course, Pod is going to eat up a bunch of keys, because that's what it does.
Yep, Yoshi is completely out of keys now. Asora's giving us this shovel check, and it's just 1 whole rupee.
Not even worth picking up, even in a reference mode. So sad.
That's what, a tenth of an arrow?
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Okay, so Yoshi is going to do these checks. And is not going to be able to do the big chest. Having trouble getting the right pixel in the first spot, but does get the second one immediately.
Right, Boo, this man's gonna have a look at Village of Outcasts and or Skullwoods here.
Looks like we're going to head into Skullwoods, which makes sense because you don't have to go all the way around for your Dark World access, plus it has several items. We'll see if it's the good woods or the bad woods. A Sora with 5 small keys and has the pod smell. We'll see if he does more of this.
Considering his partner did exactly 1 check, you have to think he's going to continue on.
Yeah, I want to say Boo only had 1 key. Didn't have a bunch of keys coming into pod the first time.
I think he had none, actually.
Yeah, you may be right. Might have had none. I recall it didn't seem like... yeah, I think he had none, because I remember we talked about mimic flipping as the only thing he could do. Which nobody has done yet. Gonna grab this free key in the Skullwoods pinball room chest. That will always be a small key in this mode.
Yep, if you accidentally drop into there and have no keys, they don't want you getting stuck and having to save and quit.
Yeah, I do hope that never changes. Both in this and in cross keys, because when you have to take a guess which one to drop down. Kind of sucks if you land there by accident, because it's the first, just happens to be the first one you tried. Yeah, I approve of just fire rotting the Gibdos there by Boo.
Was the fire rod in Skullwoods?
I don't know. I didn't realize he had it. I think we all missed it. I will say this, we got the bug net in Skullwoods.
Okay, Osora using that red potion to do a camera unlock, same as Yoshi did.
Yeah, looks like it was a red potion. You'd rather have blue ones anyway, so you hope to find the magic shop in a not bad spot, and you buy some potions when you're there, if you can.
And really conveniently, Boo is immediately able to check the back of Skullwoods, but there's nothing here.
Yeah, right now the Psyduck-Psychos need to do some glove checks, because that's where the hammer is. They do not have proper Dark World access yet. Can only get to this. So far, can only get to this south part.
Well, Yoshi having to do the full 30 digs at the dig game for the Ice Palace Big Key.
That's a tough one, because if it was only a few digs, you just send your partner to do it. But it's at 30 digs, you don't really want to. But it could be required, but it's easily skipped.
Yeah. You certainly don't want to orphan that Ice Palace big chest if you can help it. We do know where Ice Palace is, but of course neither of the Psyduck-Psychos have the Fire Rod or Bombos at this point.
So there'll be a big moment in just a second as the Sora finishes up Pod. We will see if the Pod big chest has anything. So far, the only thing in Pod has been that glove that was in the very first check.
Well, Crackerito has found the right side of desert. Gonna get a quick 2 checks here. Ether.
Okay, big chest of Pod has money.
Well,
Nice
that's
to have, but
definitely
not
useful.
required. So Pod was complete garbage except for that glove.
I mean,
As
it
is
could
often the
still be
case.
it could still be the green pendant, and the green pendant
Yeah.
could still have something.
Yeah, that's even more garbage because then you actually have to do that stuff. Yoshi picking up the single rupee.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Pod is the red pendant. Okay. So Helma and or Ped to make Pod otherwise useful. That's not ideal.
Yeah, hopefully we're not going to be coming back for Helma at any point.
Ooh, laser bridge. See how Crackerito is at his laser skips. You can get the first one. You can get this one for free with iframes by falling down if you want to. And you can get the first one the same way. The middle two are more difficult. You actually have to do the laser skips. But Crackerito doing it like a pro. Gets a bow out of it. That's nice.
Oh. That was pretty funny there, the beetle and the I-beam comboing Crackerito.
It happens. And I think he's just going to go for the iframe strat. So just the bow behind we have 2 shields available. It's entirely possible the third one is the thing that puts that in logic and not Cape or Blue Cane.
So Yoshi's about to find the hammer, and the Psyduck-Psychos are going to know that Pod is actually completable now.
I mean, you don't have a lamp. You can do it, but no one's... I say no one. I've seen weirder things, but, like... I don't think it's a good play to do Pendant Pod in the dark. Out of logic. Now, if it was Crystal Pod and they want to do it, I still wouldn't at this point, because you have to go back to it anyway. You just do it maybe when it's later, when it's, because it's just the one item. You do it when you have things. But, with it being a pendant, not in logic, because no lamp, I don't see anyone doing it.
Yeah, you have to be pretty desperate to go back for essentially the one check.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be other things in logic before that. And, I guess it's possible it could be the lamp to put it in logic, but I mean, maybe if you had a fire rod, it makes a little more sense. Cape on Spectacle Rock. We can't get that yet without a mirror. So mirror would put the Turtle Rock laser bridge and that bow in logic. Couple maps for Crackerito. We already know Hera, but the Thieves Town map is useful, potentially. See if Yoshi's going to go over to Skull Woods. We can find out. No, not going to Skull Woods yet, so we're not going to find out for sure if that's where that fire rod is. Boo finds GT. Can we... Yeah, we can't do any of this. We can do just the 2 checks and the stare at the torch item.
Oh, and an untimely heart refill for Boo.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Crackerito finding some arrows in a shop, buys them, just a map on the torch. We may or may not pick that up by the time we get in here with things in a boot, with boots. Not gonna go out of your way, just pick it up unless it's a very unique situation where you just need information for like one thing. Yoshi finds a cave with keys and arrows and bombs and just buys all three. I like it.
Yeah, when you're loaded, you can afford to spend that kind of money.
He's gonna buy another key. Yeah, had only one, and you know, in regular, when you're just playing by yourself in Retrons, typically I find you actually usually get the keys you need, but when you're in co-op, you're often gonna skip the keys that your partner found. So, Crackerudo finding the very little that he can do in GT, gets the things he can.
Now, what's interesting is Boo, I think, came to the mountain from the Desert West exit, which connected there. But Crackerito came through the Quarreling Brothers' house, which was at Agina, and he came out at Hera, so that does give him access to the east side of the mountain once he picks up the hammer.
Yep. But right now you want to prioritize that old man rescue, because you have such a good start point compared to what you already have. And it's probably vanilla. Yeah, this is definitely looking like the rescue cave. Every once in a while, the game likes to throw jokes at you and have multiple dark caves on the mountain. So you go in one and you find out that no, this is not the right cave.
Hype Cave had 300 rupees, nothing terribly exciting.
Not in a bad spot, so your partner might pick up specifically those rupees, depending on the money situation by then. Old man with just 20 rupees. Thanks, dude. Yeah, there's that desert entrance you were talking about.
I
is
think...
it different? Is that a different desert entrance?
Yeah, it was Desert Left that
okay,
came out
so
higher up.
What are you doing? Okay, I was gonna say, like, you got lots of stuff on the mountain you can do. Why would you save and quit there? And Boo decides to just leave. I think he's done more of the mountain checks, though. Gonna get this bow. We'll see how Boo's laser skips are. That first one looked really good. I think this is the important one. Yep, gets the bow. The other two less important. Other two items are pretty trash.
There's Cane of Samaria on Bumper Ledge.
Oh, that's fun. Well, Yoshi just found a connector at Hyrule Castle. I think you do it. No, he's not gonna do it right away. He wants to do some of these other checks first.
So we have 3 of our 4 desert entrances in the mountain area.
Yeah.
Spike Cave was the back of desert. Osora finding a big key on Pyramid Ledge, and it's the GT big key. Okay.
It's not the one you ever want to see unless Ganon's vanilla. And it's actually even a little worse in co-op because, like, if the climb is required and one person has the GT big key, it's like, what do you send your partner for it? Or Yoshi is going to do the castle checks. This is totally in logic because Retrons.
Boo, this man finding the Hera exit, he's going to be able to check out East Death Mountain.
Yep,
Sora is going
hammer.
Catfish.
Apparently nobody saw the fire rod in chat, so we think it's in Skullwoods. Because Boo was in Skullwoods when we realized that he had it, but we're not sure. So we need somebody on Psyduck-Psychos' side to go over there. It's not going to be Crackerito, has picked up the hammer and is leaving. Actually, Yoshi could do it after he finishes his castle checks. Ideally for him, he goes and exits one of these, gets that cane on the bumper ledge, but we don't know where those exits go to. But that location is certainly a candidate. Who finding Thieves Town?
And Thieves Town is a crystal.
And he turns blue with that blue mail.
Blue Boo.
That's a pretty blue. I like it.
It really is.
I mean, blue's your color after all, right? Alright, Yoshi taking the Death Warp out of Hyrule Castle is not gonna check the other entrances yet. Maybe he wants to do some of these other things. I would like this better if I hadn't seen that Cane of Samaria. Okay, gonna do Skullwoods. We get to find out about that fire rod, I hope.
So silvers are just free in Thieves Town.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, they're not free because they cost 50 rupees. Not, but...
Good point, you got me there.
Thank you, Retrons. Oh,
wow.
Shot. Okay, Osora has the okay, he's gonna get it though, because if we assume Fire Rod's here, you're gonna get that. So yeah, poor Boo's gonna have to come back here. Well, has to go. Hopefully, this is where you hope your partner remembers where they got the Skullwood's big key. Crackerito, meanwhile, is on East Death Mountain. So a stacked front of Skullwoods.
The potion shop was here on East Death Mountain. Boo, this man did not have the mushroom, though, to turn in.
Yeah, nobody else. I don't think anybody's turning in that mushroom. Yoshi has the mushroom. We'll probably prioritize turning in a little bit more.
I know I saw somebody turn it in. I don't remember who, though.
Well, I'm gonna guess that it was Asura since he's got a mushroom, and Boo does not. Crackerito into Thieves Town.
So we found the West Turtle Rock entrance here at Dark Lumberjacks. So we're just going to get a quick health refill by dying.
Yep, and the lava chest is in logic, so we can get two items here from this direction.
Okay, so Asora remembering where the skull big was and telling Boo this man it was in Pod.
Oh, that's fun. So Pod had two useful things, as it turned out.
I mean, it's penned in Pod. Of course it had to.
Yeah, but it's also Retron's Pod, so... It wouldn't surprise me if when Crackerito gets his Skullwood's big key in Pod, if he'll get the 300 rupees off the big chest. Sora cannot take a hit to the chain chomps here. I mean, that's often true, but like he's at half a heart, so careful. Use the bomb at... Okay, there. Okay, good. Alright, that should work.
Nicely
and it's just
done.
bombs. Gets his bombs back. +1. Except he's already at 10.
Boo this man picking up the GT big key while he's in the area and then saving it and quitting.
Yep.
Now, let's see what Asora does with these Hyrule Castle entrance checks. Well, front of escape
So-
first, of course.
So the pod big key was just the first item at Sank. So it was weird that not all our runners had it. Although I suppose not all our runners had all. They may not have all started there. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the castle checks. And maybe he'll do the other exits. Actually, I'm not sure Yoshi did Dark Cross either. The problem with Dark Cross is not that it's dark, it's just if you want to continue doing things, death warping out of there when you can't see is difficult. It's one of the easier dark rooms to do in general. Sora with that fire rod, though, maybe does a little bit more just because of you light a torch to see the enemies to kill yourself off of. Yoshi's gonna go ahead and do left side GT with that hook shot. I like that. Cracker is gonna get this money in the big chest like we expected. I don't think there was anything in... Oh no, maybe he's just taking the death warp? No, he does want to go. Okay, I don't recall anything being in this dark maze that was worth picking up. Unless this is where the Skullwoods big key was? I don't think so.
No, I think he's just doing a more efficient death warp here, because on Blue Mail, that's going to cost a lot of bombs.
Yeah, that's true. It's also hard to... I guess death warping in the dark kind of sucks. He ends up using the bombs anyway. It's unfortunate.
Alright, so Sora is continuing either to Dark Cross or the entrances here. Oh, look at that!
See, this is why this is why you check those. When I know when I know there's something either there or on like on floating island and I have the mirror, I prioritize checking those entrances just a little bit more. That's gonna give right side GT to Clown College as well as the left.
Yeah, with that Fire Rod and Samaria, that'll get all 5 of those checks on the right.
Mm-hmm. And everything's in logic, because infinite small keys. Master Sword for Yoshi. It's kind of an awful spot for it. Crackerito grabbing the blue potion. I like it. I like to see players grab blue potions. I just think they're just so much more valuable than... And we're already using it. See, that's why. They're so much more valuable.
I mean, if you were gonna do that, why didn't you just grab the heart container?
My heart container will only give you 1 heart of health as well.
Sure, but like... Okay, so it looked like Hyrule Castle East was the Mire exit. We don't need to worry about using Ether to get in there.
Well, we'll have to send Clown College will have to send Boo over there. Looks like Sora doesn't have the Ether Medallion yet. And the library just has a piece of heart we're not going to come back for. And, you know, Boo has access to it easily now. Gonna get the Cane of Samaria and then walk back around and be able to check Ether, or be able to check Misery Mire. Of course, Yoshi and Crackerito have not found the GT Big Key, so Yoshi is not going to be able to check that.
Yeah, if that big chest has something, that's going to be really bad.
Yeah, I mean, Crackerito's going to get the big key soon, and, you know, with that sword there, depending on where our other swords are, we have not seen the Take Any sword yet, of course. Might be a little more incentive for him to go there, just grab the sword, and then get the big chest.
Oh, ooh, this man finally actually buying his arrows after having
Yep.
silvers for a while. Yoshi gonna take the opportunity to finish Desert here. We do not know if it's crystal or pendant.
Yeah, I like this. Especially with the fire rod, master sword, bow. You got lots of good ways to finish this dungeon.
Osura giving us a look at Hookshot Cave. We saw this quite a while ago,
Yeah.
but didn't get to see
I
what
totally
was in this
forgot
chest,
about
of
it.
course.
Meanwhile, Crackerito taking a connector that's completely useless and just takes us to the east side of Desert.
And there was the mirror and 2 heart containers in Hookshot Cave.
All right, well, that's important. I mean, I guess mirror not necessarily guaranteed to be acquired, but you want to pick that up.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to have isolated mirror checks late when you're looking for something.
And Boo also going to go ahead and do the GT checks. Just a key on the land mobile. We do get a crystal. Crackerito about to find that GT big key.
Oh, Osura going to give us a look at the front of Turtle Rock.
Yeah, we can do all 3 of these.
Alright, Swamp and Skullwoods are crystals. Skullwoods being vanilla number 3.
Nice. Bombos, which is probably not required since we have the fire rod for Ice Palace, but there's still one more entrance that could require it. Yoshi finds the back of Skullwoods. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and do it. Crackerito is going to go ahead and do Catfish, which I believe we know is nothing.
Chat is asking if we know what's at the pyramid drop. I don't believe we've seen Magic Bat yet, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's not Ganon. It's not the well. Those are kind of the 2 biggies. But it's also not the useless fairy, so there is something there. I think you're right. It probably is Magic Bat. We do have powder available. Each team has one runner with it.
Oh, Yoshi's getting really cornered by those spikes there, but he gets out alive.
Yeah, this is rough when you're only on when you have no mail upgrades. Moth will do 2 hearts of damage if you get hit. Does
Nicely
finish it
done.
off.
Osura is going into Ice Palace.
Reasonable. You have Kane, you have a fire rod. Hopefully he has a potion. I say the potion part mainly because hammer or fighter sword and/or fighter sword cold stare pretty awful. And if there's no way to save magic because he doesn't have bombos, can't have sword beams unless there's a sword here. So has no way of preserving his magic. So he would need a bottle to be able to use fire rod shots on the puffs. Also of note, he's not the one with the big key. Actually, no one on Clown College has the big key. Never mind. I thought we saw the big key from somebody. Oh yeah, Yoshi has it.
Oh yeah, that was a dig game.
Yeah, the 30 dig Ice Palace big key.
Boo, this man having 141 rupees to his name is gonna just do sword beams here on Ice Armos.
Yeah. I mean, you could do most of a wooden arrow kill, but I think this is probably the smarter thing to do. Just make sure you don't lose any health, because Master Sword on Armos is weaker than Fighter Sword on Armos for reasons.
Right, Yoshi discovering the mirror for his team. Crackerito immediately saving and quitting.
Okay, time to see the GT big chest. Or did we already see it? We must have already seen it, which is unfortunate because I didn't see what it was.
I thought I missed it too, but I
Oh,
realized
no, there it
this
is.
actually makes more sense.
I
the
typically
mushroom
like to
turning-
do, yeah, I like to do it before the Ice Armos, but, you know, it's not a big deal. I mean, okay, using the small key, I mean, it saves time to open that door, but wow, that's a small key that you could use elsewhere.
I
On the
mean,
other hand, you can buy more.
yeah, I mean, if you didn't have 9 keys, I probably wouldn't do that, but he's got enough. Okay, so Yoshi without Samaria is going into Ice Palace. He does have the big key, though.
Also has a Master Sword, so that this not only can he save some Fire Rod shots if he gets there with sword beams, he will also have a better sword to go with his hammer. I like to use sword spins, Master Sword spins over the hammer, because it's the same damage, but you can usually hit multiple puffs and sometimes multiple puffs multiple times. And then you know, typically we'll equip the hammer for extra shots if they present themselves.
Oh, very nicely done. That's 2 puffs, and just needs to hit it. One more time. There we go.
There we go. Nicely done by Asoro.
Meanwhile, Boo This Man found the flippers and tile room.
Oh, that's fun. And it's a pendant ice. Oh, that's so awful.
Was there anything of value here? I don't recall there.
I wasn't watching that screen, so I can't say.
So it's really just down to the big chest now.
Yeah. That'd be really awful for Clown College if the big key is required.
Right, Crackerito picking up the cape.
Also gonna finish up Desert.
Oh, Boo This Man is climbing GT.
I mean, that's a choice. He is the one with the powder. Wait, what just happened? Because Cracker did not finish Desert. Does he not have the big key?
He does
not have the big key.
That was in the front of Escape.
Yep. Okay, so he's gonna pivot and do the GT big chest instead and pick up a sword. I think he got about halfway through, so he didn't get all the way through, so it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, having to use bombs to get through GT because no Cane of Samaria, no boomerangs. Fortunately, bombs are always an option.
That cane is gonna feel really bad when Psyduck-Psychos finally get around to it.
It sure is.
But Crackerito does need to go there to get his desert big, so hopefully he'll check.
Yeah, check the exits.
Alright, Ice Palace, were you worth the time?
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing, and I do mean nothing in Ice Palace. Unless Ped decides to rear its ugly head.
That is still a possibility.
Yeah, it's not dead yet. No one has the book to check it, so. And since we don't even know what our third pendant is, hard to rule things out. Oh, Crackerito's gonna climb. Okay.
Ooh, this man is getting really bullied by those BMOs. Or, not BMOs, the shooters.
But of note, Crackerito's not the one with the powder.
I mean, Cape is nice, but it's not quite the powder.
He doesn't have the mushroom. Well, even if he had the mushroom, he doesn't have the cane of Samaria. So, like, there's just. He'll have to get the powder just to find out, potentially, if this climb does anything for his team. And Yoshi has now done the useless Ice Palace, did it slower than Boo did. Oh, sorry, slower than Osora did. It was the Sora that did it. Alright, looks like Crackery is going back into the Dark World. Hopefully this is the castle, and hopefully it is the exit checks.
Well, you don't often see this room that Boo this man is in with the entire bridge broken, but it looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a combination of no boots and probably getting a little bullied by the enemies there.
Boo this man, with no lamp, does not have enough
Yeah,
magic to do the torches room, so he's doing some,
There is a way you can refill your magic, but I think you gotta use it up first. This is not ideal.
I've seen this done before, and I have no idea how it works. Well,
No,
there
me
we
neither.
go.
He didn't get all of it back, but that's okay. He has enough. And then can grab the pot here.
Well, here's Sick Kid for Osora with the lamp. Lovely.
Oh, yeah, that would be
Perfect
nice
timing.
for Boo. Yeah, you know, he would have had enough magic to use the lamp in that room. So of note, if Yoshi goes to the desert area, or does these exits out of Hyrule Castle, he'll be able to get all that stuff in one go. Unfortunately, he's not the one with the Ether Medallion.
So, Mini Moldarm Cave had the Mire Big and the Titan's Mitt.
Mire Big very likely required. Could be our last pendant. Mitts, you're not really happy to see those ever.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're out of entrances and you still need things. Yeah, chat again asking about what's behind Agatu. All we know for sure, it is a one item because we've seen Uncle, we've seen Well, we've seen Ganon, we've seen the useless fairy.
Crackerito down to half a heart. And I don't know if he has anything in his second bottle.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he does have the powder, which would save him in the next room. You do want that key. Jeez.
Well, that was an interesting choice.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You're low on health, but oof. Well, you get a key there anyway. All right, well, Boo's going to show us.
Samaria.
Yeah, so Cracker definitely doesn't have the powder. It's not marked, and I do trust our trackers, but I did wonder about why you'd send the person... Careful.
Oh, that was close. Oh, this is intense.
And falling could also be death. Yeah, it is Magic Bat, and what does the Magic Bat give us? Nothing.
Okay, so that climb was not worth the time.
Nothing. We got keys. We got several keys, which are not required. And Cracker is going to finish this.
Oh my goodness.
Or no, he's not going to finish this. I hope he does not choose to start this over again. And Yoshi is in the mire area, has his cane in the meantime. Yeah, technically a time save is right. Assuming neither runner goes back for it.
And also, chat noting Asura just mirrored on top of Spec Rock and left the cape behind.
Well, okay. I mean, I think they've already seen that the bumper ledge does nothing, but we haven't gotten a tempered sword yet. I want that cape if I'm playing. Okay, Boo's gonna be the last of our runners to get to the mirror.
Oh, it's Saha, and I think we just missed what our green pendant was.
Darn. Duke gets a mail upgrade, though. That's nice.
Well, that map of Ice Palace would have been more useful earlier.
Oh gosh, it's that Turtle Rock entrance. Oof.
Behind a vanilla quake, which, where was that? I think it was Mini Moldorm Cave.
Or Yoshi about to get that lamp.
Right? The flute here at Pyramid Ferry on top of Dark Mountain. So those myths are actually paying out.
I mean, it depends on where the... I mean, the mail upgrade's nice, and the knowledge of the green pendant is nice, but there is a connector somewhere that gets you to the floating island. There's that quake.
Asura, having rejected the cape, now says no to a second bottle. Okay.
Yeah, I mean... I would disagree with that too, but...
Okay, Dark Death Mountain also having Blind's House.
Heart Piece, Tainer Heart, Bombs.
Oh yes, Mirror Shield.
Hey, our bow is in Logic now. Well, I guess the cape put it in Logic too, so. And a book!
Oh, lovely!
We need the book! Alright, chat telling us that, thank you, Worfjig, that, Asura has marked Eastern Palace as the green pendant, so on his personal tracker, so I think for now we can assume green pendant Eastern Palace, which gives us, most of our dungeon knowledge. Have we found the bomb shop? I don't think we have.
I don't believe we have.
Okay, so we don't know our red crystals. Which, and you know, every once in a while in an entrance mode, you never find out what your red crystals are because you'll get to the bomb shop and the bomb will just be sitting there. And then he won't tell you where they were.
Alright, round 2. Well, Sora is picking up the cape now. Okay. Totally planned, right?
Yep. I mean, maybe I have just forgotten. It happens.
Did he not check Ether Tablet?
I mean, it would just be a check, of course, because he doesn't have the Master Sword yet, but... No, he did not check Ether Tablet.
Interesting.
Might leave that to Boo.
Alright, Crackerito on his way to get his Desert Big Key.
Yeah, while he's doing that, it's actually kind of funny. We got Yoshi. I think he's in here to check the big chest. Unless he's using this as a connector. I don't know if we've seen the big chest yet. Oh, he is just using it as a connector. Okay. Alright, Yoshi's gonna do the right side of GT, so he should get that flippers in the tile room. Hopefully he doesn't decide to do the climb after, what happened to Kakariko. Kakariko. Oh, God.
That would be a real unfortunate time loss. No, he's going...
Yoshi, go back. There is a school of
come
thought.
Back, right?
I don't know. Like, the school of thought is you do tile room second after the 4 chests on the right side if you're in go -1. We're not in go -1. We're go minus a lot. Let's figure out. We do need an ice rod because we do have a crystal turtle rock. What keys do we need?
Turtle Rock, Thieves Town.
Yeah, Turtle Rock and Thieves Town.
Yeah, just those 2.
So 2 big keys and an ice rod. So like 3 ice rods is what we need.
Pretty much. We do need to find Meyer, and we need to find the dam.
Which means we might need boots. Because we don't have a lot of... I mean, most of the Mitts entrances were already available to us, so that's going to leave Hammer Pigs as an entrance. It's going to leave Ice Palace as an entrance. It's going to leave... we've already seen the Turtle Rock entrance, so we're kind of running out of entrances. There's a really good chance that the boots will be needed to get to one or both of those locations.
I'm really liking whatever game Yoshi's playing here, like hit the tiles but dodge the fairy or something. Oh no! He ate the fairy.
Yeah, I think he was trying to make the fairy last as long as it could, just in case he took extra damage. And he hasn't taken extra damage, so this is fine. And at this point, he's got plenty of health to survive these last few tiles. And does find out that, yes, indeed, you do get flippers for your trouble. I think the sword just wants the Master Sword that's here.
Crackerito giving us a look at Crystal Roller Chest here.
Yeah, I want to say we saw this on the other side. Boo's gonna check these 2 locations here on the lake.
Oh, look,
there's
it's Meyer.
Misery Meyer.
Oh, he's got the big key and Samaria, of course.
Yeah, I forget where the Meyer big key was, but we did get it at some point. Yeah.
I think that was with the mitts in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Okay, that might be. If that's the case, then Crackerito's got to have that Meyer Big Key as well. Because he has the mitts. Alright, everybody now on Master Sword.
Alright, Yoshi gonna be picking up that flute soon, after getting his shield upgrade.
I believe this was Saha.
Oh, that's right!
And it was Eastern Palace. We get a nice blue color there. And our tracker Variety saying that not sure that Crackerito got that Meyer Big Key, which would be a mistake.
You know, that is entirely possible.
That's of course assuming that we are remembering correctly. So if anybody remembers better than we do where that Meyer Big Key is, definitely let us know.
Because let's see, in Mini Moldorm, the gloves were from the far right chest, Quake was on the NPC, and the Meyer Big was one of the 3 remaining chests. That'd be a weird thing to skip, though.
There's the book for Yoshi.
Right, that's what I was a little bit puzzled about. When Boo This Man was on Dark Death Mountain, he picked up the flute but didn't go to Blind's house, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, the book might not be required. I'd want to know relatively quickly if it was or not. Okay, so
Right,
chat confirming that if it was in Mini Moldorm Cave, Crackerito definitely did not pick it up there.
Okay, well, Asaurus defeated Mothula, getting his 3rd crystal. Now, this could be Crackerito going back for it, or getting it while he's here to pick up his flute.
Well, he's not in the right place. Mini Moldorm was in Desert back, I thought.
Oh, I'm completely confused, yeah.
Crackerito can go get the lamp, can go get the flute. Yoshi about to find Meyer and will be able to finish it. He does have that big key. And this is when the cost of silver arrows is really awful. Because that's a very expensive Vitreous fight. But your other option, kind of awful. So we'll see what our runners decide to do.
Yeah, Yoshi's much more able to pay for those arrows.
Yeah, but it's something like, I'm not sure how many small eyeballs there are.
I think it's 9. So 11 arrows, 550 rupees.
Yep. And of course, as with everything else in Retrons, the left side of Meyer is always in logic because we don't care about small keys.
Well, here's Vitreous for Boo.
Yeah, this is kind of what I expected. We're just gonna do some sword spins.
He did not have an opportunity to pick up the cape yet.
Yeah, it's a cape plus Master Sword is an extremely free fight in terms of damage, but an extremely slow fight.
Well, he's doing fine. He's just got to be a little bit careful.
Also, as it turns out, just a nice little PSA, you can save 10 rupees by doing 1 silver and 2 wood arrows, because the 1 silver actually does the majority of the damage. The second silver overkills Vitreous. And so instead of 8 arrows, you can go 1 silver and 2 wood arrows and spend 70 rupees instead of 80.
Well, Sora's about to find the Ice Palace big key and hopefully never go back for that chest.
Yep. 30 digs.
Okay, so this could be Crackerito going back for...
Yeah, let's see.
the fire big key.
I don't think there's anything else in this area to go back for.
Yes, because there have definitely been races where the team's forgotten where required big key is.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
then...
required, not just a big key, it's literally anything. So usually it's something like a big key where you don't know it's required when you pick it up. Medallion, mushroom, that kind of thing, shovel. And there it is.
Alright, Sora rescuing the Smith and getting...
A big key. To Turtle Rock, we need that. So Mitt's definitely required today. Yoshi gonna use that cape with the Master Sword, which I believe is gonna be faster than just spamming the sword swings.
Oh, of course, the map of Meyer is on the boss
In
of Meyer.
Meyer.
Well, there's
Why
our
not?
tempered sword for Boo.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's a terrible location for it.
Especially if you have no other reason to come over here.
Yep. Oh, Castle Tower for a Sora. I don't believe we've seen this yet. There's nothing behind this, so we just need to do 2 checks here.
Alright, the camper for Crackerito gives us an ice rod that we need.
Well, I think Boo's about to find that too.
Yeah, that's exactly where he is headed.
Yoshi, in the meantime,
Yoshi's found
finds
Ice
Eastern. That's not... I don't really want to find... I mean, we don't have the big key, so it's just 4 checks he's gonna do. And you hope you don't ever come back.
Alright, so it is just...
Half magic's nice. And it's the first chest, so you might even send your partner in to get it if your partner... Well, you would tell your partner, and your partner would make the decision, I think.
Yeah, Crackerito is going to get that tempered sword, though.
So we're down to a Thieves Town big key.
And, unless I missed it, we need to find the dam still.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we do need entrance, and at least one more entrance. So, and that's the main reason to come here is you're still looking for entrances.
Oh, look! Here's the dam!
Damn, with the
Oh!
Swamp Palace big key. Aww.
Well, nice to have that for going into the swamp.
We were so close. Almost put us into a go mode right there. Or no mode. I'd have to take a look, see what where we're at for everything else. So, yeah, I guess boots not required. I forget where Swamp was. Do you recall where Swamp was?
Oh, we found it really early.
I feel like
don't
we did
remember.
see it. And somebody on the Psyduck-Psychos does need to go get the Turtle Rock big key off of the smith. And that might be what Crockerito's gonna go do right now.
Alright, Bombo's tablet here for Sora.
Cart container.
Hey,
Oh,
Sandcart!
Sandcart. Nice refill. Right, Yoshi is done with Eastern, or at least with as much of Eastern as we can do. The only thing of note there was the half magic, but at least, you're not in the worst place ever. Have we seen any of Zora?
We have not.
So these are new. Okay, bombs on the ledge. Makes sense that Zora is going to head straight over to Swamp.
For sure.
10 items plus a crystal you want to get.
Yeah, and if we are correct, it is just that Thieves Town Big Key we need for go mode.
Yep. Just a fairy in a bottle from Zora.
The Drained Lake was just a piece of heart, to answer chat. Right, Boo is gonna fight Landmolas. Hey, I just noticed something. Between our 4 runners, we have 4 different levels of shield.
Nice. That is pretty good. We need if we could end this way.
Perfectly done Landmo fight there. And that is the 4th bottle turning up in Swamp Palace for Osora.
Yeah, just what you wanted. Okay,
And oh, Eastern. Oh,
oh, that's so gross. Okay, so Pet is in logic now. That's fun. If that if the Thieves Town Big Key is behind the Eastern Big Key, that's gonna be really big for Clown College, especially with Yoshi having already gone into most of Eastern.
In fact, I think we have found every big key now, except the one we need.
I mean, that's usually how that works, right?
Yeah, good point. Sort of like the thing you're looking for always turns up in the last place you look.
I mean, it is going to be the last place you... Right. That's not entirely true, because sometimes you open chests afterwards. Like, there's still a sword outstanding. 2 of our runners have a tempered sword. Crockerito does have it. 2 of our runners would really like a tempered sword, but really don't want to go to where the tempered sword is. Crockerito is about to find the Swamp Big Key, which could end up being relevant.
At least the nice thing is you're going to pick it up regardless because you have to pull the dam anyway.
Yep, that's right. That's true. That's true.
Right, that's Argus down for Osora for crystal number 4. Oh, Hera Basement. We haven't seen this.
We have not seen Hera Basement. I don't believe we had a fire source when our runners were over here.
Yeah, we found Hera a long time ago.
So, Clown College simultaneously can do 2 of the worst checks in the games, Left Side Swamp and Hera Basement. Oh, map to Ganon's Tower. I didn't catch that when Clown College did that with the purple chest, but yeah, it's a pretty awful thing to find there.
I don't
Asking
remember
where are the boots. We don't know where the boots are. The boots have decided to hide.
I mean, they could be right here. Nope. Oh,
it is.
That's go mode.
There it is. It's go mode for Clown College. And that's gonna be it's a huge advantage for them because I don't know when Psyduck-Psychos gets back to Hera for that location.
Does Crackerito have the TR big key?
Well, we're gonna find out. I think Crackerito has it because it's on the Smith, and he was the first one to get it on that side.
Oh, yeah, okay, of course, that's why. Well, Moldorm getting the better of Boo. Of course, Crackerito picked up the TR big and then immediately went to clear TR. That makes sense. Right, Boo wins round 2 with Moldorm.
So Yoshi hasn't done Hera. So that could be the opportunity for him to go do that basement check. But he's going to do Swamp Palace and hopefully stay out of left side. As we now know, there's nothing there.
Unfortunately, I mean, they are also in one item go mode. So unless Crackerito somehow ends up back in Hera... Oh, Boo, this man forgot the dam.
Oh. I mean, chat suggesting boots could be on left side swamp, but I don't think that saves you time, and it just gives you 4 extra entrances to check. So at this point, unless the boots are on path, you kind of don't want to find them.
Alright, Boo, this man gonna go get his TR big key. And Crackerito and Osora into Myra at just about the same time.
Yeah, Crackerito gonna finish up Meyer very quickly.
Boo, this man completing his walk of shame back to the dam.
Yeah.
Does not need the Swamp Big Key.
Yep, knows that that Eastern Big Key is useless. So what Psyduck-Psychos need to stay in this thing is for Yoshi to immediately go to Hera right now and do that basement play. And it's gonna be Yoshi that does it because he's the one that hasn't beaten the dungeon yet. So he needs to go back there at some point anyway.
Yeah, and after Swamp, well, his partner's already finished TR. He can't do Thieves, so Hera would probably make the most sense because there is still a check to do.
Hera would make a lot of sense. But there's other things that they haven't done. Like there's that last item behind the GT climb that hopefully he doesn't go back to. There's left side swamp, which hopefully he doesn't go back in for. Like there's unfortunately other decent options.
Okay, well, he's not going back. Of course, we know that's the right thing to do. Oof, Crackerito just fired a silver into the wall.
That's not ideal.
And another one, ouch!
Oops.
It's fine, you just need 200 rupees for Ganon, and you're good.
Yep. Oh, we're doing Spike Cave. I do not believe we've seen this yet. So it's a very reasonable check. You walked in here with enough health to get through this without using the cane. Has the cane ready. Gonna use it just in case. 14 hearts will get you through this without using cane, especially if you have a hook shot. We already knew it wasn't gonna be the answer, and it wasn't even, I mean, I say you don't want boots, and you kinda don't.
Well, Boo This Man is the first into the back of Thieves Town, not making any more checks.
I would look for boots. I wouldn't look hard for boots. I mean, I tend to muscle memory open that chest and the one in the main cell anyway. I'm not going into the big chest for sure.
Yeah, I mean, also you can find a sword which is going to help your partner more than it will help you, but it's good to know at least.
Yes. I think Asura and Yoshi are going to be stuck on Master Sword here. And Yoshi going back into Eastern, that is really unfortunate.
I mean, the only things that could possibly help are the boots or another sword, but they're not going to make up time loss.
Yoshi getting a sword would help because he's the one that's on Master Sword. Yoshi getting boots just sends you off into the four boots checks before you go back to Tower of Hera.
So Boo This Man isn't checking anything at all.
We'll see if Asura checks for a sword for himself, since he's the one that needs it. And Cracker goes back into Desert Palace to finish it.
Okay, Asura is going to pick up the bow here.
Yeah, and funny enough, that's
was his first bow?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even need it. Where were the silvers?
Laser Bridge.
Right, that was where the... Okay, so... Okay, yeah, he has an Turtle Rock, so he's gonna go get bow and silvers. This was a bowless seat. You did not need the bow for anything.
You know what? That is a great point. I didn't even realize that.
I see in chat there are boots. Did Yoshi just get boots? Because I don't know anywhere else that was new. Nope, Boo got boots. Where did Boo get boots? Oh, the boss. Oh, on blind. Cool.
Okay, that's just funny.
I mean, kind of rude though.
Alright, burn a strats for Yoshi. That's almost down. He's gonna get the green pendant.
Yeah, and Sora is doing these extra checks, hoping for a sword. I doubt he checks the big chest.
Just wanted to say to chat, I really appreciate the wordplay. That is top tier. Thank you.
Wait, you like boot his man, huh? As opposed to boo this man. I mean, for a long time when I first saw the name, I thought it was Booth is man. I couldn't figure out what that meant. And then one day I looked at it different and like, oh, that makes so much more sense.
You know, the boo sprite really makes it make sense, but I think just as a joke, if there was like a boot from Super Mario World or whatever, if they made that into a sprite.
I mean, somebody may have just heard you and maybe is gonna go start making a sprite right now for it, so. There's some really, really good sprite creators that we have in our community.
So it looks like your prediction was right. Sora looked at the maiden chest and did not go for the big chest.
I mean, he's got a cape. He's got a couple bottles. I'm not sure what's in those bottles. He doesn't have that half magic out of Eastern. Only Yoshi has that. But, like, he's in pretty good shape. And we're gonna see what...
Blind?
Come on, give Yoshi a sword. 6. Nope, just money.
Oof. Well...
And...
could have a vanilla sword on Ped, but no one's gonna go for that.
No, we're not getting a Ped sword. Although Yoshi has Pod, could finish, and could pull Ped. Crackerito, meanwhile, is heading to left side swamp, and if there's a sword there, the wrong player is gonna get it.
Well, here is Laser Bridge for Sora. Hey, putting that mirror shield to good use.
Yeah, and I think the decision on Clown College's side might have been get the silvers, because Master Sword Silverless is really, really awful and slow.
Yep.
And the two bows that you don't have are in better locations than the sword that we know of. And I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and of course our runners are definitely good enough not to have a problem on the first two phases with Master Sword. Especially on 16 hearts like Sora is.
I mean...
Oh look! Sword on left side swamp!
Oh, well, okay, because, you know, the right... Unfortunately, like I said, the wrong person went and got it. And, of course, Swamp living up to its reputation. We'll see if our buddy Swamp Palace makes an appearance after that.
Sora getting a little stuck here with Trinex's Ice Head. Looks like Boo This Man is going to get his 7th crystal first at this rate.
So to answer Drossi in chat, the Thieves Town Big Key is in Hera Basement, and when Crackerito and I forget which order it was on Clown College, but our first runners went to Hera. They didn't have a fire source to get it. And when the second runner from Clown College went and did it, probably like an hour later, because we did Hera pretty early in the game, went and checked the basement.
Well, quick turnaround here. After picking up crystal number 7, Boo This Man is already into the Ganon fight, and Sora will be following him shortly. Yoshi is going to give us that ped check, and we know it is not a sword now.
Yeah, Boo's gonna have the easy fight. Tempered Sword Silvers. Sora's gonna have the more difficult fight.
Good thing he did finally pick up that cape.
Yeah, the cape is definitely useful here. It's better when you have half magic, because it's actually pretty impressive how quickly that magic runs out when it's not half magic and you're using that cape. I didn't even see what Ped was, but
Just Couch Cash.
that's boring.
Oh, Boo is into phase 3 of the Ganon fight.
And it looks like Yoshi can at least potentially get his team in go mode. We'll see if he's gonna check this now.
Alright, Osora not too far behind his partner into phase 3 as well. Both runners with plenty of money to shoot silvers at Ganon. Boo, this man trying to go for a triple here, I think. 2.
I think he only needed
Or
the double.
Oh, yeah, he got the double. Okay, nicely done. Let's get our boos in chat for Boo This Man, because he asked for it.
And finishes with an official race time of 1:35:06.
And Osora is not quite finishing Ganon on that cycle. And that's silver number 4. Let's get our GGs for Osora. He will cross the bridge 32 seconds after his teammate. I said that prematurely. 32 seconds after his teammate.
It's good enough. 1:35:38. Very nice job by Clown College, evening up the series and forcing a game 3.
And of course, both of the Clown College runners finishing with 1 small key in their inventory. So
they
close
screwed
to 0.
up. You're supposed to finish with 0.
We are joined by Boo This Man and hopefully at least one other person shortly.
GG's.
GG's.
All right. So yeah, that I don't know if you're looking right now, but this is Crackerito getting the These Sound Big Key. The Psyduck-Psychos just didn't go back to Hera until it was, I don't know if it's their last location, but it was getting close.
Yeah, that was a nasty big key, wasn't it?
It was. That is a nasty location, considering that you had access to Hera really, really early, and that you didn't have a fire source at the time. So there was you couldn't do it even if you wanted to.
Yeah, they were pretty much Osora's words when I found that key. He was like, maybe they did the dungeon early and never went back there.
Yeah, they had found it was worse for them.
Yeah.
They found Eastern. So Yoshi double dipped Eastern after getting the big key. In terms of stuff you both did Ice Palace. If you're worried about that there was nothing in the big chest, obviously.
Yeah.
They had the big key.
You figured that much.
You both did the climb. I want to say it was Crackerito that tried to do the climb and then died at the top. So it actually saved a little bit of time by not making it all the way to Magic Bat, especially since he was not the one with the powder, which made it kind of odd that he did that.
You can do the climb and then pick up the powder later, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what the plan was, but you didn't. If you don't make it there, he did all 4 checks and then died out. Had like a half a heart for the entire time doing those 4 checks, and then died in that last room. You also got to I guess the one of the other big plays for you all was when Yoshi, I think it was, found Hyrule Castle, did not check the exits. And I think you all did that. I don't remember which of your team did that first, but did check, got the Cane of Samaria that was sitting there staring at you on the bumper ledge, and then got the stuff that was in the mire area that turned out to be required since you needed mitts for... I'm not sure if it was Wait, I think Myra was also behind the myth, so there was a couple of reasons why you had
Yeah,
you had a big key on the Smith.
Myths, yeah, exactly, were required for the Turtle Rock pick on the Smith.
Mm-hmm. So the game had its jokes. So.
Classic boo seed.
It was funny. Oh yeah, and your last sword turned out to be Left Side Swamp. That's where
Of course.
where
Where
Kakariko
else?
got the gold sword.
The meme's alive.
Sure is. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing. So Sora went and got silvers after because this was not a required bow seed. You could have just completely skipped the bow. But I'm guessing picked up the two bows because the sword that you found was kind of an awful spot too.
Yeah, the sword was out of the way and the silvers were pretty much on the way, so we figured it would be better to pick them up.
So I mean, I guess you could have picked them up anyway. I mean, they were so on the way, but a little less priority if he'd had that tempered sword, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, if I hadn't found the Thieves Town Big first, then he would have done Left Side Swamp, so maybe I robbed him of that pleasure.
Yeah. He could have had a tempered sword. Just oh well. All right, so game 3. So you'd be in game 3. I want to say it's not your decision. You guys chose Retrons, right?
Right, we did.
Okay, so you'll be at the mercy of Psyduck-Psychos' decision as to whether it will be Randomizer or
Randomizer or Pilot Spoiler, could it be? Yeah.
Which one do you all have a preference, and do you want that you want to admit?
We are fine with both. That's actually why we picked our members the way we did. And I'm pretty much sure they did the same.
So yeah, either one. They're both interesting modes. They're both very different modes, I'd say.
For sure. I mean, the fun part is we actually met in the group stage and we played Pilot Spoiler there.
Oh, how'd that
Which
go?
would be actually a rematch in the same constellation then.
Let's see. It looks like you, yeah. We had you, and were you the runner or the pilot?
I was the pilot.
Okay. So yeah, I see Bufte beat Bumble piloted by Cracarito, I believe. I believe it's in the order. I think it's runner then pilot when they write it on here. By less than a minute. That must have been a wild race.
Oh, it was.
So I assume that would be the setup that your team would do if it turned out to be pilot spoiler.
Yeah, that would be the case.
Yeah, and it's funny because we talked to Mufte yesterday, and he's like, "Yeah, I can't do entrance, so leave that to my teammates."
He can't, but he's slowly getting into it right now.
Well, that's good.
He actually played his first cross keys ladder yesterday.
Oh, nice. Any idea how that went? I mean, Grosky's ladder is certainly interesting.
He finished the seed.
I mean, that's the first goal, right?
Right.
I mean, I think it took me a couple of months before I was regularly... I mean, I wasn't doing ladder, I was just playing. I think it took me a couple of months before I got to the point where I could finish a seed without looking at a spoiler log, so...
I haven't been brave enough to actually play a Grosky seed yet, but maybe someday.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's very different, and I will say this, reading a Grosky spoiler log is a whole different skill, and there's a reason why that is not spoiler mode.
Yeah. So if you want to get used to it, you can actually start with reference, because that's pretty much the same, but less difficult.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about key logic in reference is the big thing, which has its good points and bad points, but for just sheer learning, yeah, I believe there's the mentor tournament that's going on right now, and they're starting with reference.
That sounds like fun.
All right. All right. Anything else that you'd like to add before we close this? Any idea when? Actually, before I even do that, any idea when your game 3 would be? I know sometimes it kind of gets loosely scheduled before you know for sure that it needs to get played.
Yeah, I think we want to get it done before Christmas time, so everybody
That's
can
smart.
relax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, now I'll do the anything else you would like to add before we go ahead and close this out.
Well, I'd like to heap
Oh,
a
go ahead.
pile of thanks onto our tracker, Velleity, for tracking this solo for part of the seed at least. Tracking 4 people in Retrance is not easy, and thank you for correcting us on a few things here and there and being our MVP as usual.
Yeah, and Boo, do you have anything else?
Yeah,
Alright.
just the default. Thank you for commentating. Thank you for tracking. Thank you for setting all this up.
All right, yeah,
And
thank you.
I'm looking forward to our last game.
All right,
At
yeah,
least
we'll
for
look
this
forward to
year.
watching it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Variety doing a great job behind the scenes. We did have Drossi helping out as much as he could, but real life gets in the way sometimes. Could not do the whole thing, so we feel Variety doing a
Does he
great job.
ever sleep?
Oh no, that is a really good question. But Drossi, not only one of the SpeedGaming admin and a admin of the league, does a lot of work behind the scenes. So yeah, definitely shout outs to Drossi. But yeah, on the schedule, let's see, tonight is it? Yeah, there is an invitational league match on the schedule tonight. For those of you staying up late, I mean, you might get this early in the morning, Boo. Tonight at 11:30 Eastern, we have To Infinity and Pagog versus Don't Forget to Track Us in their game 2. It's Pilot Spoiler, Relkin versus Flipheel. And then tomorrow, we have 2 races, one open, one invitational. The invitational one's at 4 o'clock. That'll be Last Locationeers versus Potato Pouch, their game 2. Also Pilot Spoiler, Zenarcane versus Tam. And then the next open races, Wednesday at 7 o'clock, we have Underachievers versus Ed Was Supposed to Carry Us. That'll also be a game 2 Pilot Spoiler, P-Train versus Me NDM. And then finally at 3 o'clock in the open league, we have Biumvirat versus Boing Boing Boingers. That'll be a game 1 Retrance with Vinter and Duden versus Pitlovan and Ratsiv. So lots of cool stuff going on both the rest of this week as we get through our semis in the invitational and our conference semis or quarterfinals in the open league as we get towards the end of the league. Not as many games, but still a lot of good action out there. And yeah, also, shout outs to Blue Link. You signed up for this race. I did it last minute. So, glad it was you on the call with me.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun and an absolute pleasure to work with you. So, yeah, thank you for joining me last minute and not throwing me to the wolves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Retrance is hard to call with 2 people. With not so much the Retrance, but the 4 players. But yeah. And also, yeah, I see a Sora in chat. Thank you very much. And shout outs to all our runners. Doing a great job for us. And yeah, we'll see you tonight at the next invitational race.
Have a great day, everyone.